Welcome to another Troubadour Reacts. My name is Kirk, and today I will be reacting to Slaughterhouse. And you can support what I do by going to troubadour.studio/Iliad, and you can download for free the first chapter of my translation of the Iliad. I'm also going chapter by chapter on my other channel, discussing, teaching, and even giving you a Greek word of the day for Homer's The Iliad. And the idea is to help anybody understand and grasp one of the most important works of creation in the history of the world. That's my argument and claim for the Iliad. So go check it out, troubadour.studio/Iliad, join the journey, and let's get into this reaction to Slaughterhouse by Red Gill, which is an interesting connection because the Iliad's kind of a slaughterhouse. There's a lot of death in the Iliad. Ooh. Love the piano. I look forward to almost as much. Ooh.
Somebody, anyone help. Anyone help, I've been going through hell. Hell, I've been going through. Hell, I've been
very mythological.
I've been at odds with myself. I've been so lost in my health. I've been feeling like deleting myself. Man, I've been going through hell.
Tartarus is hell. Oh, shit. Ooh, uh-oh. I mean, the video itself is... Whoa. Ooh, God. Yeah, this image always makes me think of course, Clockwork Orange, Alex being, tortured at the end to kind of see and be brainwashed to fix him. Right, okay.
Crawl over shards of shattered glass, a masterclass of surviving inside a plaster cast. Martial artist, Arkham, Asylum, night's darkest. Half-heartedly, haphazardly start this. Shallow tombs, open wounds that don't heal. Cold steel incision, a mountain made a molehill. Through fields of the valley of doubt, I pass out, revive with the mouth-to-mouth. I stay locomotion, move with a chokehold. Goalpost, moving, grow up, then grow old. Hocus pocus, voodoo and black holes. Tobacco, I light up with my hat low. The last of the prophets, heaven sent Nephilim, roaming the earth with a severed wing, while the sword of Damocles is beckoning, hackling thoughts that torture porcelain skin. Who's the...
Man, there's so many references here. Sword of Damocles. So we'll talk about this afterwards. Yeah, Sword of Damocles. What was it? Nephilim. So there's a lot of biblical references, but he's combining it with Arkham, like Arkham Asylum and other thing, and obviously there's something very Gothic about all of this.
Kingdom come, king that brings the contrast to conquer his sins I bring. Whispers caught by the wind aboard the fetus, and here lies the body of Ren. And pain makes men out of boys that were lost, it's across to the homies. And some get body bags, it ragtagged, and it still hurts low-key.
Jeez.
These concrete streets breed wolves from sheep in the land of the holy. And the legend don't die, I love that guy, this one's for the broskies. Paddle to metal, you know how he the devil and Jezebel coming for a Jekyll is hiding inside of my taking your rose.
Wait, the Jekyll is hiding inside of my view? Interesting.
A Jekyll is hiding inside of my
I'm gonna have to go back to that because Jekyll's forward-facing, respectable person. It's Dr. Jekyll. Mr. Hyde is the evil, repressed person. So is he reversing that? Is that on purpose? Is he saying that the respectable one is the one repressing the monsters coming out? So again, Mr. Hyde is the kind of repressed, impulsive, monstrous person that is the split person in Dr. Jekyll. Stevenson's story. Dr. Jekyll is the respectable man of the people. He's a doctor, right? So I wonder what he's saying there. I'm gonna go back later and think about it.
In your rosy cheeks, painting them blue, turning your clique into skeleton crew, stripping the soul from the base of your shoes. So watch my tongue, my words are laced with I'm lying in truth, it's a fire in the booth. Switch up the star like bisex, impress your heavy lift, tricep, bicep, I flex the thunder and lightning, writing on Tesla. Connect, direct, pinholes, disconnect. Working in a lab, a mad bad lad Dexter. Coming for your neck, the head that collector. A million degrees. degrees, graduate semester.
This one is...
A bullet in the knee till you kneel to the emperor. They say, he say, she say. People like to bicker as humanity erodes. OKK with an AK pointed at the KKK. That's how you kill a ghost. Killer ghost, killer ghost. Giddy sick in the mouth.
Go to KKK.
On the trigger, click, 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 click. Empty chamber, fill it, reload. I cock it in hole. Bullet in the chamber, explode. And burrow through the pricks. Go, let's go.
Got some Jesus vibes.
Making crack when I spread, that's the bread. I'm the butter and I bled for the love of music dead. Undercover, tell the coroner I left. Resurrect, motherfucker.
This is so fast.
Yeah, I'm sick. I think I told you that I'm sick. Suck a click. And when I pull up on your click, 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 click.
Oh, jeez.
Traumatic. Welcome to the slaughterhouse, bitch.
Ooh. Always about this self-killing and the duality. He does this a lot with the duality stuff. You know, it's him, it's the other side of him. It's like is that the Jekyll side that just killed the Hyde side, or the other way around? Or okay, so now that I've watched it once, I'm gonna listen to it a couple times. I want to read through the lyrics. I have the lyrics here now, and I want to kind of more. I want to go through it a little bit more and see if I can figure it out, because it was really fast for me, and for me to understand these things, I need to read through it multiple times. I caught little glimpses of things. It was like really shocking. I mean, I think that's what it was going for. I think that's the whole point is, I mean, one of the themes I got immediately, and part of that is encapsulated in the word slaughterhouse, is the public spectacle of it, that there is a public spectacle aspect. So, okay, let me just give me a minute to go through this. Okay, so yeah, I broke this into a couple of different examples or themes that I'm going to touch on. So we have "Welcome to the Slaughterhouse" as the refrain, right? And some get body bag zipped, ragtagged, and it still hurts low key, making cred when I spread with the bread and the butter, and I bled for the love of music, dead in a comfort. So it sounds almost like an indictment of the cycle of violence coming from the way that we make it a public spectacle. And it's like he's criticizing himself because he's part of that. And in fact, at the end, in the video, he is the character that's dressed up as a SWAT or police, whatever. In America, I think of that as like SWAT or military, because he's got, a particular rifle. And he shoots himself, who is the public spectacle at the center of all of this. But then again, he lifts the mask and it's himself, which again makes a lot of sense for the Jekyll and Hyde aspect of it, which is the two sides of a portrayal. The Jekyll and Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson is it's kind of like a novella. It's a little shorter. It's a great story. And he basically tries this experiment, and this very respectable man, all of a sudden some mysterious other side of him is out in the world doing really bad things. That represents the Mr. Hyde part, represents this repressed desires that we push down because it's not good in society, but it bursts out in really monstrous ways. And there's a lot of that in science fiction and Gothic romance in particular. This whole "Welcome to the Slaughterhouse" thing is like this whole world, which is a public place where we are consumed for spectacle or gain. It's like the Roman Colosseum. It is, where you go for the violence, which is maybe a way to get rid of and purge the desire that we have for violence in a kind of congested way, or in a protected way almost. And I thought the commercial language of bread and butter making cred kind of satirizes that economy of suffering. It's like corpses become currency is what I saw. There's a lot. I'm going to put up here Goya's execution scene, 3rd of May. Dan Carlin, who does hardcore history, has this whole podcast called Pain to Offendment, which is the entertainment of pain, which is the torture that human society in the West in particular, but all societies, enjoyed for a long time. And like, what was the value they got out of it? What was the entertaining part of that? And what was not entertaining about it? But what did they learn? And what did that say about the societies and all those kinds of things? And I think I'm seeing a little bit of that here. There was a lot this is the second thing I want to talk about. There's a lot that I saw in this rap poem by Ren about the sacred and the profane. So there's a lot about the Nephilim. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's, these are hybrid beings is my understanding of them. I think he does a lot talking about devil and Jezebel coming for you. Obviously, these are the temptations, false prophecies. Historically indexes sex, power, demonized femininity is the Jezebel. But I'm pretty sure he says the devil and Jezebel, so it's both sides. Abort the fetus and here lies the body of Ren is another line from the rap song. So, he's not making any kind of political statements that I can tell. He's just saying something about the abortive process and death in general and killing the thing that you might come to appreciate as something good if you let it live. There's also something about, killing something before it even begins, before it has a chance to birth into something. I might be stretching this, but it could be something, it could also be a kind of rhetorical collapse because the narrator is killing his own becoming. He kills himself. That's the whole aspect. There's a lot of Christ imagery in here. A lot of the imagery I got was about madness and doubled self. There's the Arkham Asylum and Jekyll and Dexter coming for your neck, the head debt collector. And I think the idea was that we're all kind of under Dexter's thumb. And Dexter is, of course, a TV serial killer who's also a hero. He's a serial killer by killing only bad guys and only violent people, of course. But I think there's a question of why do we like this kind of thing so much? And there's, again, Ren is, I think, comparing the Jekyll and Hyde. And again, I'm a little confused by Ren. What do you guys think? When he says, a Jekyll, this is the quote, "A Jekyll is hiding inside of my view, taking your rosy cheeks, painting them blue." Jekyll is the respectable one. So is he saying that the respectable one is hiding and taking your rosy cheeks, painting them blue? So rosy cheeks has like innocence, painting them blue, sadness. Is that what he's trying to say? Like bringing sadness to you through repressing the goodness of you? The Gothic imagery, the Arkham Asylum, Jekyll, Dexter, that is really great. I like all of that. The Gothic is a genre that I like. I think of it as the flip side coin of Romanticism. So 18th, 19th, particularly 18th century is where we get the beginnings of Romanticism. At the same time, and really even probably first, you could think of Gothicism as coming first, which is kind of from our deepest fears, our emotions internally, and then projecting that in a certain kind of method and way. And one of the dominant symbols and themes and views and images that come out of Gothicism is the haunted house or the haunted castle. One of the first, maybe the first work of romantic literature, on the Gothic side of it, the darker side of Romanticism, is the Castle of Otranto, which is about a haunted castle and all this weird stuff starts happening. And it happened after Horace Walpole had a nightmare. Right? And there's that view became very prominent about dreams coming up to things and having a kind of reality as well as nightmares having it. The whole thing from Ren was a nightmare for sure. I mean, just the images were nightmarish. So I like that image. I think it's interesting. One thing it conveys is the decaying of society, the decaying of old ways of the world. And I think Arkham and Batman is about that. It's about the kind of decay of city, the big city like a Chicago and New York City, and how it falls apart over time. How in a society, it can lead to, while most people are projecting Jekylls, a few people are going to be Hydes, being hidden in the asylum because they go crazy in society. I thought that was a really interesting series of connections. Ren, he definitely has a kind of nefarious view or lesser view of some of the greater technologies and tech kings of the day. I actually kind of understand where he's coming from, just because so much of the technology and the technologists have become embedded with some of the most powerful governments of the world, giving them a lot of precarious. So we need to be very careful with this, kind of technological power that they might be able to utilize and push forth in a bad, negative way. And I think Ren kind of makes this invocation when he talks about the sword of Damocles is beckoning, thunder and lightning riding on Tesla, who's the kingdom come king that brings the conscious to conquer his sins. This is a really great connection, because the basic story of Damocles is that he was a courtier serving King Dionysius II of Syracuse, a tyrant known for his luxury and paranoia. Damocles, once he flatters the king, saying how fortunate he must be to have such wealth and power. And then King Dionysius offers to switch places for a day so Damocles could taste royal life. At first, Damocles enjoyed the feast and attendance until he notices a sharp sword hanging above his head, suspended by a single horsehair. And the idea, I think, is just how tenuous even being the leader is. And I see that Ren is kind of comparing that to the Teslas, the Elon Musk, all the powerful tech people that I don't know if he's sympathizing with them, but he's just kind of commenting on both sides of it, that they have the sword of Damocles above their head, and we have, to worry about them and the power that they get. So overall, I thought, there's just so much. I think I got through all the ones I wanted to get through. There's some great connections to kill a ghost in the KKK, and it's like, that's okay to kill that ghost. So, I think that's what he says. Let me read this quote. Kill a ghost, kitty sicker than most, a kitty quicker on the trigger, click, 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 click. By the way, he's so great with his staccato, like the drumming that he does with his rapping, the percussion. Empty chamber, filter, reload, I cock it and hold, bullet in the chamber, explode and burrow. So this is above. He say, they say, he say, she say, people like to bicker as humanity erodes. Okay, K with an AK pointed at the KKK, that's how you kill a ghost. I thought that was really nice. I don't mind killing the KKK. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. The main takeaway, I think, is the idea of a situation that you live in where you have a spectacle at the center of civilization that is all about death. And this is an example of what that looks like from Ren's perspective. That's the overarching theme I got of that. Okay, I'll see you next time.